Welcome back to Golden ERA Coin, your number one spot for discovering the hidden gems inside your pocket change. Today, we're diving deep into the story of a coin that many people overlook, the 1997 1-cent United States coin, also known as the Lincoln cent. But here's the secret. Some of these 1997 pennies are now valued up to $213 in today's market. You heard that right, a simple penny, potentially worth over $200. Stick with me, because I'll explain how this seemingly ordinary coin became a hidden treasure. Let's start with a little history, because every coin carries a story of the past. The 1997 1-cent coin belongs to the legendary Lincoln cent series, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent was the first regular-issue U.S. coin to feature an actual person's portrait. A big change at the time. Fast forward to 1997. America was booming, the economy was strong, the internet was starting to change lives, and people were preparing for a new millennium. Yet, the humble penny remained a daily staple, quietly passing through millions of hands, groceries, pockets, and piggy banks. The 1997 Lincoln cent kept the same basic design, Lincoln's bust on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, back. A design that had been in place since 1959. But here's where it gets interesting. Not all 1997 pennies are created equal. In fact, some have unique qualities, mint errors, and exceptional conditions that make them stand out, and those are the ones worth serious money. The 1997 Lincoln cents were struck at two primary locations, Philadelphia Mint, Denver Mint. Now, about 4.6 billion pennies were produced in Philadelphia alone, and around 4.5 billion in Denver. That's a lot of coins. But among these billions, rare varieties and pristine specimens are where the true gold lies, metaphorically, of course. Not every 1997 penny is worth $213. So, what makes a 1997 Lincoln cent valuable? Let's break it down. Coins that have been perfectly preserved, with no scratches, dings, or discoloration. Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC rate coins on a scale of 1 to 70. A penny graded MS67 or above is considered extremely rare for this year. Collectors go crazy for error coins. Some 1997 pennies have mistakes like double die obverse, where the image looks slightly double off center strikes, where the design is misaligned, bubbles under the plating. From manufacturing defects, these errors can multiply the value many times over. When freshly minted, Lincoln cents have a beautiful red luster. Over time, most turn brown. A 1997 penny that has retained its bright, full red color, known as full red in grading terms, is much more desirable. Here are some real-world examples of 1997 Lincoln cents selling for big bucks. In 1997, PMS 68 red Lincoln cent sold for $213 at auction. A 1997 DMS 67 red error penny fetched over $200 online. Even an MS 66 red with a small error brought in around $100 to $150. Not bad for a 1-cent coin, right? So when you're checking your change or digging through old coin jars, remember, that 1997 penny could be your ticket to a small fortune. If you want to find a valuable 1997 penny, here's what you need to do: inspect the date and mint mark carefully, look for sharp details, know where Lincoln's beard, coat, and hair should be crisp, check for errors, doubling, off-centers, or die cracks. Keep an eye out for color. A bright, shiny red penny is a good sign. Use proper lighting and magnification. A simple jeweler's loupe or USB microscope can work wonders. Consider professional grading if you think you found a gem. It can greatly increase your coin's selling price. The 1997 1-cent United States coin proves a powerful lesson. Even the smallest, most common things can carry immense hidden value. Every coin tells a story, and some of those stories are worth hundreds, maybe even thousands, of dollars. So next time you're handed change, take a closer look. that tiny penny might just be your lucky jackpot worth $213. Or more. If you loved learning about the 1997 Lincoln cent, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to Coin Collector Hub, and ring that notification bell so you never miss another treasure hunting tip. Also, tell me in the comments, have you ever found a rare penny in your pocket change? I'd love to hear your story. Would you also like me to help you with a thumbnail text idea and a YouTube description to go along with this video? It'll make your whole upload ready to go. Today, we're diving deep into the story of an absolute gem, the 1998 Lincoln 1-cent coin. You might think it's just a penny. But hang tight, because this little coin, sitting quietly in millions of collections, could be worth up to $213, and even more under the right conditions. First, let's talk about history, and trust me, it's a journey worth taking. The story of the U.S. 1-cent coin began way back in 1793, when the first official cents were struck at the Philadelphia Mint. At that time, they were large, heavy coins made of pure copper, known today as large cents. Fast forward to 1909, when one of the most iconic designs in American coinage history was introduced. The Lincoln Cent commissioned to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. This new design by sculptor Victor David Brenner became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's portrait, and since 1909, Lincoln's proud, thoughtful face has remained on the 1-cent piece, making it the longest-running design in U.S. coin history. But the Lincoln cent didn't stay exactly the same. Through the decades, there were subtle changes, including the reverse design shifting from the wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial and later to the Union Shield design beginning in 2010. That brings us closer to our star of today, the 1998 Lincoln Memorial cent struck at the Denver Mint, and bearing the small D mint mark under the year 1998, these coins are a beautiful bridge between past and future. In 1998, the U.S. Mint produced coins primarily with an important change already in place. Since 1982, the metal composition of the penny switched from being 95% copper to a cheaper and lighter 97.5% zinc core with just a thin copper plating, only about 2.5%. Why the change? Simple economics. The cost of copper had risen so high that it cost more than 1 cent to produce a penny. So, by 1998, all Lincoln cents, including our Denver-struck 1998 D coins, were zinc-based. But here's the thing, these new pennies, while lighter and more economical, were far more prone to errors, things like plating blisters, die cracks, weak strikes, and even rare varieties like wide AMs, which we'll talk about shortly. Now, the Denver Mint alone produced around 5,225,353,000 pennies in 1998, yes, over 5 billion, so naturally, you might think, with billions made, why would any be worth hundreds of dollars today? Excellent question. And that leads us to value. Even though billions were minted, not all pennies are created equal. Here's why your 1998 D could be a small fortune. Condition: pennies in uncirculated, mint state are much rarer. Collectors will pay a premium for flawless examples. Errors and varieties. Some 1998 pennies show a famous error, the wide AM reverse. Normally, the A and M in America are touching, but on wide AM varieties, there's a clear gap. While most wide AMs were struck in Philadelphia, a small number have turned up in Denver issues too, making them extremely rare and valuable. Low population in top grades. Simply put, few coins survive 25+ years without scratches, nicks, or discoloration. High-quality specimens are like gold dust. Today, a 1998 D penny in average circulated condition is still worth about face value, 1 cent, but high-grade examples, especially those certified MS67 read by PCGS or NGC, can command $150 to $213 or even more, and if your coin has a recognized error or variety, You could be looking at many times that amount at auction. Let's get into real numbers. Circulated condition, 1 cent to 10 cents uncirculated, $1 to $20 high mint state, $50 to $150 top grade, $213 or even higher at auction. Error coins, $300 plus depending on rarity and condition, and remember, collectors are willing to pay a premium for coins that are bright red, sharply struck, and certified by major grading companies. If you're hunting for treasure, here's what you should look for: brilliant red color, the brighter and more original the copper color, the better. Sharp strike, details on Lincoln's hair, coat, and the Lincoln Memorial should be crisp. Wide AM reverse, check that little space between A and M in America, no major scratches, clean fields and surfaces are a must. Grading potential, if your coin looks flawless, consider getting it professionally graded. So there you have it, friends, the 1998 D Lincoln 1 cent might seem ordinary, but it's a true hidden gem for collectors in the know, from its rich history, to its hidden varieties, to its skyrocketing value. It's a perfect reminder that sometimes, the greatest treasures are hiding in plain sight. So check your old change jars, dig through your coin collections, and who knows, you might just find a penny worth $213 or more. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe for more numismatic adventures, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a future upload. Until next time, happy collecting. 1998 D penny. 1998 D 1 cent valuable pennies. Lincoln cent history. How much is a 1998 D penny worth? Rare 1998 D penny. Wide AM penny. 1998 coin collecting tips. Pennies worth money. Lincoln Memorial cent. Would you also like me to create a shorter version for TikTok or YouTube Shorts to promote this video? Today, we're diving deep into an incredible treasure you might just have hiding in your pocket, the 1998 United States 1 cent coin, featuring the iconic Lincoln design. Believe it or not, this little coin can be worth big money, up to $213 in today's market. So make sure you watch till the end because you might just have a fortune sitting in your change jar. To truly appreciate the 1998 penny, we need to travel back through history. The story begins in 1909, when the United States Mint introduced the Lincoln cent to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by the famous sculptor Victor David Brenner, it was the very first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure rather than the traditional allegorical representations of liberty. The original design had Lincoln's profile on the obverse, that's the front side, while the reverse showed 2 stalks of wheat, earning it the nickname the wheat penny. Fast forward to 1959, and the Mint updated the reverse design to feature the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., celebrating Lincoln's 150th birthday. This new design, by engraver Frank Casparo, remained in use all the way until 2008, and it's on the 1998 penny we're talking about today. So, the 1998 Lincoln cent is a proud descendant of nearly a century of American coinage tradition. Now, let's break down the technical details of this fascinating coin. Obverse features a right-facing bust of President Abraham Lincoln, with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," above, "Liberty," to the left, and the year 1998 to the right. Reverse displays the Lincoln Memorial. If you look closely under magnification, you can even spot a tiny image of the statue of Lincoln between the columns. Designer, Victor David Brenner. Frank Casparo. Material composition, 97.5% zinc, 2.5% copper. Plating weight, 2.5 grams. Diameter, 19.05 millimeters. Edge. Plain. The 1998 penny was minted in large numbers at both the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint, making it widely circulated across the country. Although hundreds of millions of 1998 pennies were struck, not all pennies are created equal. Several factors can boost a 1998 Lincoln cent's value far beyond its face value of 1 cent. Condition. Coins in pristine condition, known as mint state or MS condition, are highly sought after. Errors. Certain mint errors like off-center strikes, double dies, or wrong planchet errors can make a 1998 penny worth a small fortune. Low circulation wear, a penny that has been minimally handled, showing no scratches, discoloration, or wear, can command high prices. In circulation, a typical 1998 penny is still worth about its face value, but a gem-quality uncirculated one, it can easily fetch anywhere between $5 to $20, and rare error versions can skyrocket much higher. In recent years, some rare 1998 Lincoln cents have sold for astonishing amounts. In 1998, D penny in mint state 68 red condition sold for over $500 at auction point. 1998 pennies with strong double die obverse errors have fetched between $100 and $300, depending on the severity and condition. For collectors looking for high-grade specimens or dramatic mint errors, the 1998 cent represents a golden opportunity, quite literally turning copper into gold. So, how much is the 1998 Lincoln cent really worth today? If you have a regular 1998 penny from circulation, it's worth about 1 to 5 cents depending on condition, but if you happen to find a high-grade uncirculated coin, or a certified MS-68 red specimen, or an error coin, you could be looking at serious cash. As of now, a top-tier 1998 1-cent coin with the right conditions and desirability is fetching up to $213 in today's collector's market. That's right, 1 cent transformed into $213. Here are quick tips for spotting a 1998 penny worth big bucks. Check the mint mark. Coins from the Denver Mint often carry premiums in high grades. Look for errors. Inspect under a magnifying glass for doubling, die cracks, or off-center strikes. Assess the color. Red pennies, meaning ones that still have their original red luster, are worth more than brown or red-brown coins. Condition is king. No scratches, dings, or discoloration. The shinier and cleaner, the better, and remember, sending your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC can authenticate it and boost its market value dramatically. The 1998 Lincoln cent isn't just pocket change, it's a piece of American history and a hidden gem that could add serious value to your collection. If you enjoyed learning about this fascinating coin, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe for more deep dives into the world of coin collecting, and drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare 1998 penny. Until next time, happy collecting, and may the coins be ever in your favor. Coin collecting rare pennies 1998 penny Lincoln cent coin collector hub 1 cent coin valuable coins Numismatics 1998 Lincoln cent. Would you also like me to create a short intro script or thumbnail text ideas to make your YouTube video even more clickable? Today, we're diving into the story of a small coin with big potential, the 1999 D1 cent Lincoln coin. A coin that could be sitting quietly in your pocket, but guess what? Some of them are now worth up to $213. Let's break down its incredible history, why it's so valuable, and how you might just strike it rich with one. First, let's rewind a little. The Lincoln cent series started way back in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln penny became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person instead of the traditional allegorical figures like Liberty. Fast forward almost 90 years later, it's 1999. America was buzzing with excitement, preparing to enter a brand new millennium. But even amid all that Y2K chaos, the Denver Mint was hard at work, striking millions of Lincoln cents. The 1999 D penny was born at the Denver Mint, the D mint mark proudly stamped under the date to show its origin. Made mostly of zinc with a thin copper plating, these coins continued the long legacy of the Lincoln Memorial reverse, that iconic image of the Lincoln Memorial Building. Designed by Frank Gasparo in 1959. What's special? 1999 was one of the final years before the reverse design changed in 2009, when the U.S. Mint celebrated Lincoln's bicentennial with 4 special designs. So today, the 1999 D penny is part of that last era of the Lincoln Memorial back design, giving it a nostalgic and collectible value. Now let's talk numbers, and this is important if you're a collector. the Denver Mint struck a whopping 6,360,065,000 Lincoln cents in 1999, yeah, you heard that right, over 6 billion coins. So naturally, a regular 1999 D penny found in your change might only be worth face value. But here's the twist. Not all 1999 D pennies are created equal. Collectors are willing to pay serious money for coins in mint state condition pennies with errors like off-center strikes, die cracks, or double dies. High-grade examples with full original luster and sharp details. A flawless, near-perfect 1999 D penny can be surprisingly rare, even among billions. Here's where it gets exciting. That if you find a 1999 D penny that's graded MS67 or better, meaning it's basically in pristine, untouched condition, you're looking at a valuable treasure. Coins certified by professional graders like PCGS or NGC with high grades bring premium prices. Rare errors like broad strikes, cuds, or even subtle double dies can make your penny ultra-valuable. Just recently, some top-grade 1999 D pennies have sold for around $213 or even more at auctions. Yes, that 1-cent piece you almost dropped on the sidewalk could be worth $200. Okay, so what's the current market value for 1999 D pennies? Circulated condition, only face value, about 1 cent. Brilliant uncirculated or MS60, MS65, usually around $5 to $20. Premium gem condition, can range between $50 to $200. Top condition, $213 and climbing in today's hot collector's market. And here's the kicker, experts predict the value of ultra-high-grade memorial pennies will only go up in the coming years, especially as more collectors chase perfect examples. Want to find your own 1999 D gem? Here's how. Search through bank rolls, get rolls of pennies from your local bank and hunt, look through old change jars, sometimes amazing coins hide for decades, hit up garage sales, flea markets, or estate sales. You might snag hidden treasures. Always inspect coins under a good magnifier, look for sharp details, no scratches, strong luster, and no heavy contact marks. And if you find one you think is special, send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC to authenticate and encapsulate it. That it could massively boost your coin's value. So there you have it. The 1999 D Lincoln cent, a piece of history, a beautiful collectible, and maybe even a surprise jackpot hiding in your pocket. Remember, every coin tells a story, and every collection begins with just one lucky find. Hit that like button, subscribe for more rare coin deep dives, and comment below, have you ever found a valuable penny in your change? I'll see you next time on Coin Collector Hub. Happy hunting, friends! Video length estimate. About 13 to 14 minutes total. Would you also like me to write you a shorter version for Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts too? It could be a quick 60-second version if you want.